If you need a warm pet to cuddle up to, Texas Humane Heroes can help. Christian Long and Jane Wisnant are here to introduce us to Titus. He's hiding right behind, there we go. Now you can see his precious little bulldog face. He is our pet of the week. Christian, good morning. Jane, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Lovely to have you both here. Okay, Titus is such a sweetheart, Christian. Rolls over for anybody.
Oh, we walk in the lobby. He made friends with every other guest.
Yep. Right over onto his belly because he knows he's going to get attention. Will you tell us a little bit about him?
Yeah, he is about 4 years old, and he was a no-fault owner surrender, which is exactly what it sounds like. We got him from one of our shelter partners, and is just the world's biggest lap dog. Biggest, squishiest lap dog.
Look at his sweet face.
Like you'd pointed out, he walked up to you and rolled over to get bellies. He's just a ham for attention.
Yeah, he is trusting, which I think is so important. And being in a home before now, he really knows what it's like to be loved. So he's not afraid of people.
He's not afraid of people. He gets along with everyone. He gets along with, seniors, little kids, all that kind of stuff. He is just across the board friendly and loving and all that.
And my kneecaps are now clean
Yeah.
because he licked them both.
He's got a lot of slobber in there.
Well, I do want to say that normally, we don't always want to typecast, especially when we see dogs come into the shelter, because sometimes it's hard to guess exactly what their breed might be from, a mix of things. But Titus is different.
Yep. Yeah, we always, at Texas Humane Heroes, we don't breed label without DNA or documentation. Titus here came with AKC certification. He is 100% purebred Old English Bulldog.
Old English Bulldog. Look at that happy face that you can see in that picture there too. So he's got his certification.
Yep,
That's a really big deal.
Yeah, it happens somewhat regularly, but yeah, it is it does not happen all that often. So we're always excited when we get a purebred AKC certified dog with papers, especially one that's just as lovely and
Absolutely. Well, and not only that, but when you have 100% purebred, you can get kind of a better idea of what they might be like, right? Because of his breed's characteristics.
And you also get a little bit of bragging rights because you get to score a purebred animal from animal rescue.
From a rescue, yeah. Okay, we did mention that he does really well with others. I think that's so important to point out. How does he do with other animals? I want to make sure I ask.
Generally he does well. If anyone has a dog and would like to see how Titus does, we encourage everyone to bring their pets out and their dogs out and do a supervised meet and greet, where we walk around a little bit, and then if that goes well, we go into a play yard, and it's you and your dog, and then us and Titus, for example, and just make sure everyone is getting along well and communicating.
And he's got that mean little mug,
Yeah.
but he is a really sweet boy, even with kids, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely everyone. He just comes up, will lay down, demand bellies. I mean, he is just an absolute sweetheart.
And he's 4 years old, by the way, so he's still got a lot of life and a lot of love left in him. I just want to ask about somebody who would maybe be the best owner. I know he cuddles a lot. Does he need a lot of room to move around, that sort of thing?
He does well on a leash and all that. I think a yard would be beneficial, but if, he could, his last home was an apartment, and he did fine in that.
Okay.
He likes to go out, do his thing, maybe circle the block and say hi to some people, but no.
Couple of sniffs.
I think you would need someone who's just willing to be there for him and give him the attention he needs, especially at first when he's going to be adjusting to the new home.
Absolutely.
After a few weeks, once he's settled in and is comfortable. But really, yeah, there's not a lot of special instructions that come with him. You have to be okay with a lot of slobbery kisses. That's the big one.
Say okay. Look at him. He can see his own little face in the camera there. You're such a good boy, Titus. Okay, want to make sure, Jane, that we ask you about updates on the new building, because this has been the most exciting stuff over the last couple of months.
Yes.
Can you tell me about where y'all are?
Yeah, so we opened the new building in November. We've been open for a little over a month now. We've got our vet clinic there, capacity for up to 40 surgeries a day.
Wow.
Yes, and we do low-cost vaccines, low-cost spay-neuters. So if you have a pet that needs to be spayed or neutered, or if you're needing annual vaccines, bring them in. They'll be low cost for you, and they'll also help us get dogs like Titus and our cats as well some attention and into their forever homes too.
That's wonderful. And that's not the only thing. I mean, you guys are putting in catios.
Yes.
You were doing all sorts of new updates. Tell me about those.
So we have the new cat adoption center as part of the new building that we just opened. And so we have increased capacity for cats. We always have cats in there. There's 2 very large catios where you can come, and even if you're just wanting to sit and watch the cats play, it's pretty entertaining and therapeutic. And we still have the outdoor catios being built. So still some construction being done, but definitely ready open for the public.
That is wonderful. And so you've got an upcoming celebration in
Yes.
order to say, hey, we're open to the public.
Yes. So on January 27th at 4 p.m., we will be having our ribbon cutting as well as our grand opening. We'll be out there until about 6 o'clock. We'll have some refreshments there as supplies last. So first come, first serve. If anybody from the public would love to come, we'd love to show you the new building, show you who we have available, and the vet clinic as well.
Wonderful. Yeah, I mean, that new building is gorgeous. Just got to see it at the Chili Cook-Off
Yeah.
in November. And then a last question for you, Jane, is how can we support you? I know that you guys are going to be continuing to build over the next couple of years. And so will you tell me how folks watching today can help out?
So we are always looking for donations. We are a nonprofit organization, and so if you need somewhere to donate, you can donate to us. It will help get our dogs and our cats adopted. We do have an adopt a kennel program where you can put your name, your pet's name, and picture on the outside of a kennel. It will be there for a year or longer, depending on how much you want to sponsor. And then we are also always taking individual donations, corporate gifts, sponsorships as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Give a little love to our dogs and cats. Look
He's
at
back
him
to the bellies.
in Central Texas. Yeah, he loves a belly rub. That is the top way you're going to become Titus's new best friend. Guys, we appreciate your time today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
you.
Learn more about the ways that you can support the shelter and inquire about adopting Titus. What a sweet boy at humaneheroes.org.